Hello, this is the second video for section 3.1, Honors Geometry. In the first video, we talked about just parallel lines, skew lines, perpendicular, parallel planes, that kind of thing. In this video, we're going to talk about some special angles that are formed when you have two lines that are intersected by a transversal. So that's a new term. Take a second to copy that down. Transversal, just another line. It intersects two or more coplanar lines at different points. So if you take a look at these four pictures here, you can see in each picture you got this line T. That is the transversal. It is a line intersecting two other lines. Now, when that transversal intersects those other two lines, you have some special types of angles. So take a minute, copy down the pictures and the definitions for these things. Okay, for this top left one, corresponding angles. Corresponding basically means they are in the same position. All right, if you look at this picture where angle 2 is, you've got this top line in the transversal. Angle 2 is in the upper right of the four angles. Angle 2 is the upper right angle. You look at the bottom line with the transversal. Of these four angles, angle 6 is also in the upper right position. That's the idea of corresponding angles. They are in corresponding positions. All right, angle 2, angle 6, they are both in the upper right of the four angles being formed with the lines in the transversal. 2 and 6 are in the upper right. They're corresponding. For the alternate interior angles, all right, you have this space in between those two lines. You look at angle 4 and 5, they are on different sides of the transversal, both in between the two lines, so the interior, but on alternating sides of that transversal. This is the idea of alternate interior. Down here on the bottom, alternate exterior, the space outside of the lines, and again, on different sides of the transversal. That's alternate exterior angles. And the last one, consecutive interior angles. Now, consecutive means one after the other. So, also interior, they're in between the lines. So the idea of a consecutive interior, you have your two lines, you have your transversal. If you follow one line in to the transversal, then go down the transversal and out the other line, you hit angle 3, then you hit angle 5. Consecutive, one after the other. They're both on the interior. So consecutive interior angles. Hit 3, then 5. If you go in the other direction, doesn't matter. You hit 5, then angle 3. Just follow that path. Okay, these are special names. You're going to need to know these frontwards and backwards and how to recognize where they're at. So let's do that. All right, in this picture, you have two lines. We'll call it L and M, and you have your transversal that is intersecting those two lines. So, corresponding angles. What I'm going to do for the corresponding, remember that's they're in the same position. So, I'm going to look at these. 2 is the upper angle. 1 is the left, 4 is the lower, 3 is the right angle. Not a 90-degree angle, just the one on the right. We're going to do the same thing for these other four angles being formed by the intersection of line M and T. Angle 6 is the upper one, 5 is the left, 8 is the bottom, 7 is the one on the right. So, corresponding angles, angles that are in the same position. 2 and 6 are the upper ones, so angle 2 and angle 6. We're not saying anything about them. We're not saying they're congruent or supplementary, anything like that. We're just naming the pairs. So 2 and 6 are the upper angles. Angle 1 and angle 5, those are the ones on the left. Angle 4, angle 8, those are the lower ones, or the bottom angles. And the last pair of corresponding angles, angle 3 and angle 7. Okay, alternate interior angles. So we're looking at this space in between the lines and on different sides of the transversal. Angle 3 and angle 5 on the interior and on different sides of the transversal. The other pair is angle 4 and angle 6. Those are the only alternate interior angles there are in this picture. For the alternate exterior, again, the alternate, different sides of the transversal. The exterior, they're outside of the lines. So we're looking at angle 1 and angle 7. Outside the line on one part of the transversal, angle 1 is outside the lines on the other side of the transversal. The other pair is angle 2 with angle 8. All right, and the consecutive interior. So again, the idea of the consecutive interior, follow the transverse, or follow the line in, down the transversal, out the other line. So we hit angle 4 and then angle 5. If we go to or start on the other side, come in line L, down the transversal, out the other line, we're looking at angle 3 and angle 6. That's the other pair of consecutive interior angles. Okay, that's all we're doing with these things. Each of these types do have some properties. There are some relationships between these pairs of angles that we just listed, but for now, it's just a matter of recognizing them. I have two lines and a transversal. Here are these types or these pairs of angles. Have a good night.